my mama some racks and she asked me if I'm selling.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And the spotlight is on George Kittle. He's making some noise for end-of-year awards and could hit 1,400 yards this week. It's the 49ers and the Cards. All that and more coming up next.
Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the #1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Right to the air. Here's Murray. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. To throw again on second down. Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And we're going to stop play here at least momentarily. It looks like there's a 49er who's in some discomfort. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Santa Clara would give them the season series. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Murray going to throw. Ertz over the middle. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Murray. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Now Murray. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And out of bounds right around the 20. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by Mr. Irrelevant in the 2022 draft, a guy with something to prove, Iowa State's career passing leader. And that's Brock Purdy.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And he's going to have the Niners first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. The Niners at 13-3 now on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 for the Niners there on a first down. Right back to Mitchell here. Down to about the 45. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and trying to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for first down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, they go back to Mitchell. Uses the stiff arm. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 45 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Purdy looking to throw. Rolling to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll run with Mitchell. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Purdy. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play fake. Murray. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. On the option, here's Elliott. A 4-yard pickup. That gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on 3rd down. To throw, it's Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. On 1st down, Purdy. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. 1st down, here's Mitchell. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. So it's all down to this, Week 18 on the NFL schedule. And that means that once we sort things out, we'll all be set for our 2nd ever Super Wild Card weekend, which I think everyone agrees was a runaway success last year. We've got 2 games coming up on Saturday, 3 more on Sunday, and then we'll put a bow on it Monday night. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, Week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On second down, Elliott once more. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bradley Chubb able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. 13 yards on the return there after a punt of 57. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense and Elijah Mitchell coming back onto the field now. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Purdy now to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. The football going back over to Arizona now. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Murray. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Draw play, Elliott. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, I think it's back to the drawing board, or should I say in today's game, the Surface tablet after this drive. 3 plays, they go backwards. They look like they've gotten something going right there, but they'll have to punt the football away to end this one.
Jordan Berry out to punt on 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's McLeod on the return. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their 38. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Purdy. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. That pass complete to Moore. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. That'll give him 8 that time. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now. This starting field position, 1st and goal from 2 yards out. They'll try to run with Mitchell. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Mitchell again, and across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Elijah Mitchell with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Cardinals. Marquise Brown, 83 yards. And the Cards are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point good by Prater. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
For this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. This offense #1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 77 yards rushing for him as he's been tough to stop in this first half. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Purdy's throw here into the hands of Moore. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it's 2nd down. Here's Purdy. Screen play setting it up for Mitchell. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. picked off by Marco Wilson. And the Cardinals are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Javon Kinlaw coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because
under pressure, they got him again. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Niners set to take over on offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, it's still in the first half here. A long way to go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run finish in 2nd and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like 2nd and impossible. Now has him within throwing range of a 1st down.
And he's going to have a Niners 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. On 1st down, it's Purdy. He's got Ayuk once again.
He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. From the 38, Purdy. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here.
Throw left side complete. That's more. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll kick it off with a good one in the NFC West. L.A. heading north to take on Seattle. And it's the Seahawks who are out in front in the second quarter. Tyler Lockett, a touchdown reception. From there, let's get over to the Rockies to check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And it's the visiting L.A. Chargers who are out in front. Keenan Allen, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Finally, let's get out to Southern Nevada and see what's happening with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Chiefs. Jimmy Garoppolo has thrown a touchdown pass. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cardinals. And the rushing numbers should tell the story of why they trail at the half.
they're still in single digits in yardage as a team through 2 quarters of play. That's not good. Meanwhile, for the Niners, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
That's a tremendous start to the third quarter. These guys had their foot on the gas the entire first half. They continue to keep the accelerator down.
Purdy to throw it on first down.
Open man is Samuel, complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
A handoff from Mitchell running left.
They find some open field here. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
118 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt. Throwing here, Purdy. Looking for the out route. He's got his man. It's Mitchell.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is a modern version of...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Elijah Mitchell
with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The first down carry by Elliott doesn't amount to much as he'll get forward for about a couple. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Sideline throw, it's tipped, but he still got it. On the move past the 40. Down the sideline he goes.
Touchdown, Cardinals.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his second touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep them in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
Prater for the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's Hollywood Marquise Brown who finishes it off with the touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Elijah Mitchell ready to get back to work with the rest of the 49er offense. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see it back. Just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. Now Purdy. This one caught by Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Delay of game, option.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Running left, here's Mitchell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now on 2nd and 16. Purdy looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that.
Yeah,
right?
he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Here's Murray back near his goal line. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore, 97 yards. And the Cardinals have got it back to within a score. So from back deep in their own territory all the way play into the end zone. Do you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked.
This offense and Elijah Mitchell coming back onto the field now.
He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. He'll buy some time right. And this complete to Mitchell. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. On third down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Someone's been having a good game so far. And you know something? Long's been running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41.
134 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Another run with Mitchell. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. On first down, Purdy. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Play action. Now Purdy. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cards are going to take over at their own 41.
I think he thought he had his first read open on that one, but they were obviously ready for that throw, and that's just a lack of experience showing. Young quarterback stared his man down the whole way, and they were more than happy to sit on that route and bring him.
And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Zeke going to get it on the option.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Murray now. Throws this one right side to Pascal.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
On 2nd down, Elliott. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Murray going to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Prater's kick is good, and that's going to tie the ball game at 27-all.
So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively as this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. A big kick that time, 52 yards. With the football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay. Back now here in Santa Clara. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. On 2nd and 11 now. Murray, and he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Murray. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackled for just a short gain.
Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. McLeod to return it. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, his team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through. And I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Delay of game, offense.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And boy, again, they won't get this off in time.
Delay of game, offense.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
And now again, the play clock's going to run out on him.
Delay of game, offense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Still first down.
Sooner or later, we should get a snap, I think. This is now 1st and 25 after another penalty. And boy, again, they won't get this off in time.
Delay of game, offense.
And that flag accepted.
Still first down.
And now again, the play clock's going to run out on him.
Delay of game, offense.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Still first down.
Purdy now to throw. Screen play setting it up for Mitchell. And he is going to lose yardage here. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back him up halfway.
Delay of game, offense.
They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
will not get the snap off here. This is going to back him up halfway.
Delay of game, offense.
They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back him up halfway.
Delay of game, offense.
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
They run over center with Mitchell. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. Boy, a tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Toss left to Elliott. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Murray's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Rashad fitting right there on the coverage. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Give running right is Mitchell. And he'll be stopped at about the 38 after a pickup of 4.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's Purdy. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we're watching them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive will take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They go quickly here out to Moore. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts. But if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 12-yard line. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's a toss right side to Mitchell. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Purdy steps away to his left. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Brock Purdy, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Middle of the field, he finds Pascal. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he's going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Murray to Moore, first down, Arizona. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Murray now on first down. Forced out to his left. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Cardinals got to go quickly, hustling to the line. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. To throw is Murray. He's got the connection to Moore. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He's got Elliott. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now Murray sliding out of the pocket. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Now Murray's got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And they will take a knee here. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
We all just got a heck of a show party. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done. A narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome is in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for the 49ers,
they finish things off in style, putting a bow on a 14-3 regular season.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals,
they will indeed limp to the finish line, unfortunately, as they close out a 6-11 campaign.
And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but